Hi family, Dr. Hooten here at Hooten Family Healing Center in Dallas, Texas. If you are tuning in, this is video number 1 of Heart Healthy Month. It's February 2025, and in this short video I've got some simple tips for you to get your heart in a little bit better shape as the month goes by. You all probably know somebody that suffered a heart attack or stroke in their family, maybe themselves, maybe yourself, and if you just look at the data, in the cases of strokes, 80% of the time, in other words, 4 out of 5 of all stroke victims, the first symptom of anything, the first sign is the stroke itself. This is very much a silent killer. It's a silent disabler, meaning it all happens slowly. And if you've been around here for a long time, you understand the garden analogy. Well, your heart, right, is part of your garden, and it's all controlled by your brain. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the brain-heart connection today, and then at the end of the video, give you a few little easy tips to start doing now to get your heart in better shape. So we've heard the term plaquing and atherosclerosis and clogged arteries and that kind of thing, and cholesterol. All these different things are thrown around in the heart conversation. When it all boils down to it, prevention is the only solution. You need to repeat that. Prevention is the only solution. Last month we talked about weight management and metabolism and that kind of thing. And in the first video we talked about your morning time. And that's what needs to happen now. What does your day start with? What does your morning look like? Are you waking up all stressed out, or do you have a solid routine where you're actually being preventative in nature? Are you reading? Are you praying? Are you studying the Word of God? And then planning your day out, strategically looking at your day. Or are you waking up and it's like mass chaos all over the place? You get up and your feet hit the ground, you're running 90 to nothing. That is a recipe for heart attack and stroke. So you really need to get a hold of your morning time. Now, any time is good to read the Bible, and any time is good to exercise. But in the morning, that hormone cortisol is typically at its lowest, and you can really capitalize on that and build up things like growth hormone and testosterone. So always, each of these videos as the months goes by, I'm always going to hit that morning time, morning ritual. You want to get into a morning ritual every single day. And I can tell you on days that I skip, it's not the same. I'm not quite as on my game as I would be as if I did my 15-minute ritual every morning. And I'd say I get up and I read. I just go to Bible Gateway. I click read the full chapter. I'll read that chapter. I'll study what it's saying. And then I have a written prayer that I have on my Google Drive. And it says, thank you, God, for my family. Today I'm going to be producing beast. For you. I'm going to be a great dad. I'm going to be a great husband. The whole prayer. And then I sit there and I'll be really quiet. And I imagine myself sitting at the feet of God. And I'm just listening to him. And then from there, I've cleaned out my soul. My peace level is seriously high. My stress is gone, if I had any. And then I plan out the day. I look at the schedule for the day, and everything is just, it's at least smoother. No day's ever perfect, but at least I'm not walking into the day with my stress levels through the roofs. And that will help your heart, because cortisol is a big player in diseases, whether it's stroke or heart disease or cancer or anything like that. So morning time is always crucial, and that's something you can do on your own. The second and even more important thing is this brain-heart connection. Your brain right now is telling your heart how to beat. Boom, 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 boom. Your brain's telling it how fast to beat. There's a vagus nerve connection. There's nerves coming off the center of your upper back that go to your heart, that help the heart muscle heal up from trauma. And that all is flooding in, helping your heart to heal, to be strong and powerful. If something goes wrong, like if you have a stressful day, your brain is in charge through your spine of healing your heart, so it works. So of course, if your brain is blocked, or what we call subluxation, where the spine is kinked and then the brain can't get through there at 100%, well, your heart's dying. The term subluxation kills is not an exaggeration. Subluxation, when your spine is not flowing, your brain can't get through there, your heart, or that part of your garden, like if this is the water supply and the hose is kinked, that part of your garden is deteriorating just like a normal plant would. The leaves start turning brown, and over time, this is huge, please understand this. In a real garden, If you kink the water hose so the garden's not getting all the water, what happens to the plants over time? Do they get better or worse? Obviously they get worse, and in the case of stroke and heart attack, this can take decades or years. Or if you do sudden damage to the nerves going to your heart, like you cut them off, the heart's going to stop immediately. But over time, that's what gets people in so much trouble. They think I'm going to be fine, and they turn around and they're 60. And we just had a 61-year-old brother of a patient just killed over from a heart attack last week, and he was taking blood pressure medicine. So blood pressure medicine doesn't stop anything. Blood pressure medicine doesn't fix anything. Neither does cholesterol drugs. That's not stopping the process. It's just covering it up so you think you're okay. And the system knows that. They know that they're making a ton of money off you. Medicine's never going to get you healthy. You have to take the appropriate steps. And getting your spine adjusted is by far the most important physical thing you can do. The other things like food and all that, they're important. Of course, you can destroy your heart and arteries with bad food. But your brain has to be able to get through there, even to process good food. So getting in here every week, getting into a chiropractor like us every week regularly, then now you get your water flowing to your garden, and what happens to your heart? What happens to your arteries? They get stronger, they get healthier because your brain is actually able to get there. Now I want to talk a little bit about what you can add supplement-wise. Trace minerals, crucial for everything. Almost every interaction in your body uses minerals. If you've heard the term electrolytes, those are wildly important for your heart. Those are a combination of minerals, so the electrical current can get through. Like even your nerves, even your brain getting to your heart needs to have minerals and electrolytes. So adding these to everything you drink. This is a very inexpensive thing you can do on your own. You can order them anywhere. I carry them in the office. My family goes through bottles of these a month. And it's just saturating our garden with really good food for everything. I think every American should be on minerals unless somehow you're living in the mountains and living off the land and growing your own food and that kind of thing. The second thing, just as important, are omega-3s. And we've reformulated ours. These are like 1,500 milligrams per capsule. Yeah, 1,400 milligrams per capsule. I take 3 of them. So what is that? 28, 38, 40, 200 milligrams. So 4 grams of omega-3s. And some people say you need 5 grams of these a day. And omega-3s are what your body uses, and just in simple terms, it kind of greases up your arteries. It makes things smooth. It's a powerful way that your body, or a tool that your body can use to decrease inflammation that's not supposed to be there. You use this in every cell in your body. Your hormones are all made of omega fats. Your brain needs healthy omega fats. This is a wildly good food for your brain, for your heart, your arteries, and everything. And taking this proactively, preventatively, will let things flow through there smooth. And if you've been around here at all, you've heard the stories of, and you'll see some pictures this month. Pastor Ed, Emily's daddy and Kim's husband, when we first met, he'd had his second heart attack and he was on 13 medications. Well, and he's off all those, by the way. He takes a lot of these, and for good reason, and we all should. I mean, my daughter takes this stuff. Okay, the third thing is going to be potassium. Now, potassium is a mineral, so you're going to get a little bit of potassium in these trace minerals, but potassium is a big player in different electrolytes, and it has a lot to do with the strength of our smooth muscle. And what that means is our arteries and things that are built out of muscle tissue like that, they rely a lot on potassium. So in fact, if you look at blood pressure medicine, a lot of them have some type of potassium in it because they know that your system will work better with potassium. But an organic form, like a food-based form like this, is the way to go. So taking 1 or 2 of these a day. So 300 milligrams is usually ample, but if you really just want to add more, you can. And if you want to test your mineral levels, we can do that with your hair. The fourth thing is magnesium. Same story as potassium. It's a big player. There's a lot of magnesium glycinate, magnesium gluconate, magnesium glycinate, whatever. I'm not really sold on one or the other being that much better for you than the other. As long as it's a whole food form, which this is, your body will get in there and use the magnesium the way it needs to. And some of you have the magnesium powder. That works as well. There's a brand called Calm. And then we have magnesium powder that has all 3 good, viable forms of magnesium in it. But those are 4 good things you can do on your own: the minerals, the omega-3s, the potassium, and some magnesium. And that will give your garden, so if you get your brain flowing to your heart, now your garden can get the water and the power to grow and develop. And then you're throwing this great food in there. Well, then that's just like a real garden. What happens over time? You go from a sickly garden or sickly heart and arteries, and you start building up health. Time and consistency is everything in this. Most people that you talk to that have had a heart attack or stroke, time and consistency of treating their body badly is what got them into that situation. So the opposite is true also. Get in here weekly, get adjusted, helps everything flow better, helps your heart relax, helps your stress go down when your brain and your body are communicating better. Add these 4 things and then watch the miracles begin to happen. Stay tuned for more videos. We're going to go through a couple more tips in the next few weeks, and let's have a great heart healthy month. Remember, drugs are bad, God is great, and so are you.